YouTube. So if you want to see this whole thing like in better quality and the full screen, you have to go to my bio, and that's where it is in YouTube. Okay, so just for the people on Instagram, I know there's some people connecting. The link is in my bio. Okay, the link is on my bio. So anyways, this is a deal that we already have under contract now that we're live here on YouTube. So this is a deal that we already have under contract, guys, and this is the address. This is a property that we put under contract. I kind of want to show you. This is a deal that came from the market. Usually you want to find properties that are off market because they have more potential, right? But guess what? This one happened to be on the market, and we were just fast enough. And it's not really about speed at this point. When it is about land, this one was 197 days on the market, and we made an offer. We got it, and I want to show you the benefit of knowing what to do. When you know what you're doing when it comes to land, you have so much potential on making millions of dollars just because you know what the heck you're doing. So once again, on this live stream, I'm not responding like questions. If you come from Instagram, you have to go. If you're on Instagram, you have to go to the live stream if you want to ask any questions about anything there. But pretty simple, pretty simple. So this is a deal on the market. We checked the deal, we made an offer, we got under contract, and now we have the potential of building. I think it was last time I checked, I think it was 16 properties. So on the market, lakefront, more than 10 acres, 197 days on the market. Nobody took action. You can see it says pending because we put a pending. Okay. You can see all the description. It's more than 10 acres, no HOAs, this and that, and it has 2 houses. So anybody telling you like, oh, I don't know how to buy land, well, there's deals out there. You just have to take action. You have to look for the deals. You have to know what you're looking for, of course, but you just have to proceed and submit offers. So I have a qualification list that I'm actually going to be using here on paper for fast response to me, so I can actually do it faster. But if you want to get access to the qualification list, is a list of 24 things that you have to know when you're analyzing a piece of land, then you can send me a DM and I'll tell you what you need in order to get the qualification list. Okay, so I'm gonna start on my own. This is not a live stream to just fully respond to questions and stuff like that. I just kind of want you to see what we do here. So remove this destination. I don't know, for some reason I wasn't able to go to maybe I can do TikTok here. Okay, perfect. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, and of course Instagram. But Instagram, if you want to see the whole thing, you have to go to the YouTube live stream, which is where you can see the whole screen. The link is on my bio. Okay, guys, so let's get it started. So this is a pretty simple. So it's 10 acres. It's actually 6. This part right here is 6. So I'm gonna analyze it as a land potential here. So I'm gonna exclude for this review the 2 houses, and I'm gonna check the acreage. So we have 6.83 and the parcel ID. So what's the address here? 1928. What's the address and parcel number? So 1928 Maryland. Let's check this deal. This is actually a really good deal for what we want to do it. Okay, are there subdivisions nearby? Yes, sir. Of course, because that's the main reason why we bought it. So yes. What's the total acres? So let's put in here. We have 6.83. Pretty simple. I'm gonna try to make this one quick because a lot of you guys wanna know how to do this, and I can teach you how to do it fast because we can analyze land like this in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes to 20 minutes, we know whether the property has potential or not, whether we can do $1 million in this land deal or just we can't. So Okay, by now already everything is penciling out. Then road access. So I like to see the road access is the main thing. I want to put in here what's the distance between here and here. So we have 145. We have one road access. Okay, perfect. 7 out of 10. Is there a floodplain? Okay, perfect. Let's check the flood. Let's check FEMA. Let's check wetlands. Let's check everything on this property. I want to make sure that I know everything about the property. There's no time, no money for getting a bad deal here, and especially in this market. You want to make sure that you get good deals, guys. It's pretty simple. Like in land, it's pretty simple to make money, but it's also pretty simple to lose money. Like you can lose money pretty fast, to be honest. But if you know what you're doing, oh my gosh. If you know what you're doing, you should be making multiple six figures a quarter. Okay, what happened here? Okay, perfect. And like I said, I'm disclosing with you guys the address because we have it under contract. Like sometimes I cannot disclose addresses because I know my competitors, my competition is also out there looking at my videos. So whatever, like if you guys want to collab, I want to collab, but we disclose addresses only when we control the assets. Otherwise, you don't disclose the address unless you work with someone and you're kind of like sending that deal to someone and that someone is saying, yo, let me help you with that deal, then disclose the address. But if that's not the case, be careful who you disclose the address with, because that can be a bad thing, you know. Okay, so of course we don't have no FEMA. I thought about that just by looking at the elevations on the property. There is this is like a hint on what I do. This is kind of like if you are in the trades, you will know what you're doing when you're able to analyze land. So one of the things I do, I come here and I analyze the elevations here, so I know exactly where the property is going. Like where's the highest point, where's the lowest point, and based on that, I want to run my sewer, my water, all that stuff. I want to make sure that I know where it is going. So in this case, this is 95 feet from sea level, and this one right here is 127 feet. So that means that the elevation of the property is actually going towards the lake. And of course, I mean the lake should have a lower elevation than what is on the other side. So I can pretty much see higher elevation, lower elevation here towards the houses, and then of course we have the lake at the end. So no FEMA, no wetland. I think is loading right now, so I'm gonna start putting this. So is there a floodplain? No. Is there? What's going on with wetlands these days? If you want to see the full, for the people on Instagram, if you want to see the full stuff, if you want to see the screen and everything, guys, you have to go to my bio. On my bio, you can see the link to my YouTube channel. In my YouTube channel, I'm going live. So on the YouTube channel, you can see the stream, and then you can see the whole screen. Is going to be better than how you guys are watching it right now. Right now, you guys are seeing just part of it. You have to go to YouTube and see the full screen, and that way you can actually get all the value here. So I'm gonna reload the wetland mapper, but yeah, there's no FEMA and potentially no wetland. So I'm double checking that in a second because for some reason that wetland mapper is not working. Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next one. So what's the usable acres? So based on that, we might potentially have, we are going to be losing some on roads, but overall we have 6.83, and there is a rule of thumb that I like to use is we remove about 20% for roads. So 6.83 times 0.80, we have about 5.4 acres that are buildable. So what's the usable acres? 5.4. Have you attained the comprehensive plan? So here's where some skill traits here comes handy. Two. Okay, that's better. So give me no. Let me get the actual thing right here. Check this out. This is the secrets of the trades. This that I'm doing right here. I hope my competitors are not watching this thing. 10 acres, R1 is this located in this outside the city limits. That's okay, perfect. I just really hope my competitors are not watching this video. What's what's the current? Okay. No, as a matter of fact, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put that over here. Only the people that pay for the mentorship get to see what I had on that screen. What? I'm gonna ask some other questions here. Okay, so county. Oops, what happened here? Okay, so the next are subdivision. How much will I need to get started in real estate, or mainly what do you do? Hey, brother. So what we do is we buy and sell land. We specialize on the 5+ acres. Nothing less than 5 acres. We analyze. We have made a few exceptions only when it is high density, meaning like you can do apartment complexes and stuff. But we mostly specialize on residential, what we call fee simple. So basically houses, duplexes, nothing that has to do with multifamily. However, like I said, we've made exceptions on some deals that they just make so much sense that they're in the middle of a city and they just make a lot of sense. But we mostly do residential, and we work with builders. So when we get a deal, right, like a piece of land is just raw land, it has, I don't know, horses or cattle or just trees, and we turn that into a very valuable asset to the builder because we improve the property on paper, meaning like we get the entitlements, not this paper, but like on actually something like here in the back, approvals. So we get the approvals with the city, we get all the 100 of homes approved or 20 homes or 40 homes, and that goes from raw land, which is almost worth nothing, it's just raw land, for something that now is approved for a lot of single families or a lot of duplexes or a lot of townhomes. That right there, it's called land entitlement. And we are in Orlando, the ones doing it. Nobody else is going to teach you how to take land and entitle it and take it all the way up. At least not that I know. Do you need any type of licensing? Nothing, bro. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And as a matter of fact, you don't even need much money. I have students that right now they're analyzing land that if they put it under contract, you probably need only the escrow deposit, right? Like $5,000, $10,000. But you can put it under contract, and you can either, number one, assign to a builder at that point if you got it for a good price point. So kind of like wholesaling, but with a different approach. Now the approach is not to get it for the least amount of money. This deal that I'm showing you right here, which you can go to YouTube and watch the whole thing. This deal right here, I got it for basically market price point, and I'm probably gonna be doing multiple 6 figures with this deal right here. So yeah, you don't need no licensing. You pretty much not even you don't even need money to do it. Just escrow deposits and basic studies, which you can do yourself for the most part. Buddy, can I do this in Austin, bro? Austin, Texas is actually one of the best markets for these. Honestly, Texas and Florida, Georgia as well. Bro, stop it. Bro, what you need to do is shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM. I'll send you this. This is a qualification list that I put together just for my students. But send me a DM. We can visit. But this is a 24 things that I check on a piece of land. And as you can see, it's been only like 5 minutes. No, probably more, like 10. But I've been talking to you guys for a little while. It's been only 10 minutes, and I'm already halfway. So basically, by now, I already know if the deal makes sense or not. By the time I finish, I'm gonna know how much money we can make on this deal. But nobody else, at least not that I know, has this the way that we have it. So you can analyze land in Texas, in Arizona, and we have deals in Washington State, and we're in Florida. I used to live in Washington, that's why Washington, right? But we have deals throughout the states, and it's simple. Once you have the system, once you have something like this, it's pretty easy. Congrats, nice tip. Thank you, brother. Yeah. So, anyways, if you want to see the whole thing, just go to just make sure that you go to the YouTube so you can see my whole screen. So right now I'm doing something that I have only disclosed to my students, to my inner circle, because this is a strategy that, like I said, I hope my competitors are not watching this, because it's what's putting us ahead of the game. It's what's putting us, like, we're turning deals, pretty fast, pretty fast. So, anyways, I'm analyzing land right now. As I told you guys, if you want to see the whole thing, just go to can it be automated? That's what we're doing, brother. Yeah, we're automating the whole thing. Now I have an office. I have a, let me see if I can turn my camera real quick. So all of that over there is basically my office. Yep. And basically, bro, every day we're analyzing a good amount of deals to where it's pretty much automated right now. And then we're using a lot of AI tools as well that I'm sending to people. I didn't see a link. Oh shoot! Don't tell me you don't have a link. So go to the bio. Give me one sec. Just go to the bio and give me one sec. Hey, ¿puedes hacerme un favor? Ah, ok, ¿puedes hacerme un favor? ¿Puedes chequear si tenemos el link en Instagram? El link de YouTube. En el bio. I thought we had it, but some people are not seeing it. So we have the one for school. Yeah, just to the Instagram and put the bio. On the bio, put the link to the YouTube. You can also, by the way, you can also go to YouTube, Analysing School, and for Eventbrite. You're right. You're right. Yes. So just, yeah, just, so babe, I'm here live, and what I'm saying is that if you can please go to bio on Instagram and update it, because the phone where I'm doing the live, I'm using the live, so I wouldn't be able to. Okay, just put the YouTube link so they can be directed to YouTube. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye. Okay, guys. So yeah, she's gonna fix it, but in the meantime, bro. So you can also just go to the YouTube app and search for Anderson Develops. You should be able to see it. If you go to YouTube and search for Anderson Develops, you're gonna see my channel, which kind of looks like this. Before you disconnect. So it looks like this, bro. This one. This is my YouTube channel. You just type in there Anderson Develops and you'll find it. As a matter of fact, I can see my live video here. Yep. Okay, so back to this. So over here, I'm searching. So what is it? Okay, so I have the county. I have the zoning. So what's the zoning right now? R1. And then what's the future? Okay, guys. So if you're connected right now, I'm just searching some stuff here on the other screen. So you probably are seeing just the map. Uh, tu- 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 tu. Okay, perfect. So what I'm researching is that this property is right next to the city limits. So surprisingly, which is not a surprise to me, but it will be a surprise to you guys, this right here is city limits. And the reason why I'm saying it wasn't a surprise to me is there is no way, and I'm gonna show it here. There is no way this right here there's no ways this property right here is county, to be honest. Like it's got, smaller lots. It's a new subdivision. It's got utilities. There is a lot of hints why you can think this is city, but I double checked. I confirmed, just like this, that it was in the city, not in the county. Usually in the county, you have like big parcels like this. You see, this is county. This might potentially already be part of the city as well. But these right here, all these right here is county. And then you have another city approaching this way. So why am I saying this? This is important to know because when you're right next to the city, what you can do is you can annex your parcel to the city. So for the people that don't know what an annexation is, wait, give me 1 second. Because I think the link is right here, but I don't think that works. Incoming. Okay, but on the bio, babe, because on the comment it's not people cannot press. Yes, on the bio where it says school, Eventbrite, and then YouTube channel. So just the same channel, just put on the bio, please. Thank you, babe. Bye. Okay, guys, that's being fixed right now. So, anyways, the fact that you're right next to the city is a huge, tremendous value. I bought this other property, which now we're annexing to the city, and just by annexing, guys. Oops, 1100. This is a property that I already own. It's 25 acres. Mount. Did I? No. This is a property that I own, guys. You can, as a matter of fact, see my name somewhere in here. Right there. This is a 24-acre parcel that I'm annexing to the city. Now, if you look to the east, right here, to the right, you see that this is a smaller subdivision, like already entitled and approved and already has some houses. So as soon as I this property, when I saw this property, I said, this is going to be a great deal just for the fact that I was able to see that there was a subdivision next door. Just that alone gave me some hints that this was going to be an amazing deal. We bought this property plus this house, you wouldn't believe, for 560,000. And this is 24 acres, guys. 24 acres. But guess what? The owner was seeing this as a farm property because that's what it is. Before I was annexed into the city, that's what it was. It's just farm. It's just like he had cattle and stuff. But I wasn't seeing it like that. I was seeing it from a development standpoint. I'm like, if this was developed, this can be developed as well. That was my approach. Like, if this right here has been developed and it is in the city limits and it has water, it doesn't have sewer, but it has water, then I can potentially do the same lot parcels right across the street. So with just that information, I was able to make an offer. I bought it for 560, and I bought 560 including the house. By the way, the house is on 1 acre. You can see it's somewhere here, almost 1 acre, 0.82. Now, how many years later? I think like 3 years, 2.5 years later. Just the land, just this part right here to the left, meaning to the west. It's on the market for 1.5, and we have potential buyers right now. Someone that's interested on this, and you know why? Because this right here is being approved for 76 houses, 76 like this. So you tell me, I don't know, you tell me, buying the two parcels for 560, and reselling just the land for 1.5, if that's a deal or not. That's exactly what we're doing over here. I'm buying this parcel right next to this, and what am I thinking? I'm not thinking, no, I'm gonna put vacas in here, I'm gonna put cattle in here, I'm gonna put horses. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a huge subdivision, a nice subdivision. Just tell them to search for you. That's how I found it. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Elizabeth. And then here, Lo, my son changed my YouTube name. Smash. Okay, no worries. Okay, guys. So yes, that's what I'm doing right here. So at the entrance, this is what I look on a deal, and this is outside of my qualifications list. This is something that we do already on the entitlement phase. But right here, I like to see how deep are these properties next to me. So these are 140 more or less. And by the way, if you want to know what tools we use, because I have a list of all the tools that we use, including some AI and stuff. Once again, send me a DM and say, hey, I watch your live. I'm interested on the qualification list, or hey, I watch your live. I want the tools, and then I'll get back to you. So anyway, so this is 142. So if I was to do the same deep houses that are here, but if I was to do it over here, how much space do I have? That's my question, right? So I want to know how much space I have from here to here. That's 170, 179. And the other one was, I covered. So 142 and 179. So you might think, oh, I got it. I have the space. I can do it. Well, no, because you still have to consider a road. So a road, guys, usually depending on the city, it's 50 or 60 feet. Let's see if this city is potentially going to be 60, maybe. It's 50. Okay, so this city is okay with 50 feet. So if I take 100, let's round it up, 180 minus 50 for the right of way of the road, then we have 180 minus 50, we have 130. These right here is 142, so we're about 10 feet off. Okay, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible. Right here, I can put it just right here. I can put 2 houses. Okay, plus how many more houses can I put right here before I get to the houses? Which, by the way, this deal, I'm not even kidding, guys. This deal came with the 2 houses for 750, and it was on the market for 100. How many days? I want to give you actual numbers. It was on the market. You will see it here. So listing was 799, on the market for 197 days. So if somebody has had this deal for 197 days and they haven't sold it, and I'm over here seeing this deal makes so much sense. I can build so many houses in here. Why not? But they don't know what I know, right? And now you know. So yeah. So anyways, now let's continue with this. So that, and this right here is 105. So how many houses fit if this one is 100? Let me just do a little more accurate calculation. And by the way, on Instagram, you have to go to my bio if you want to see the whole thing, because right now you're only seeing a part of the screen. But on YouTube, if you guys have any questions, you can put it in there. I'll get back to those questions, but start putting the questions because I'm gonna get to answer all of those questions before. Holy smokes, I was gonna finish it by 9. I got 10 minutes and I haven't even gone through the qualification. But I'm just kind of like going through some additional stuff which is important. So over here we have 100. It's basically 100 by 140. So if it is 100, I want to know how much is from there before I get to the houses. So it's 1,055, meaning that I can do 10 houses on this side, on that side, then a road, and then how many houses can I do here before I hit the house? And this is not even doing a boundary line adjustment. I can adjust this boundary to where it is closer to the house, and now I can potentially fit another house. But let's just say I keep the houses where they are. I do 10 houses on this side, and then I do 62, 100 feet. I do another 6 houses on this side. So 16 total properties plus the 2 existing that I have. Keep in mind, I'm buying these for 750,000, guys. And I'm able to get 16 additional houses or lots in these right here. Tell me if that's not valuable. But like I said, people don't know what they don't know. So what's it? Okay, let me see. Oops. This is okay. I'm gonna take it over there. So okay, so I got that one. So this is gonna be future line use R1. So it's gonna allow me for 4 houses an acre, which is basically the zoning that we have right here. This must be 0.33. So this is actually 1/3 of an acre. So 3 houses per acre. But we're basically saying the same thing as next door. I can potentially get even more. If the zoning allows me for 4 houses per acre, I will be able to do more houses than next door. But I think sometimes it's not worth going the highest and the most, just trying to get everything. But sometimes makes more sense kind of going with what the neighborhood is asking, right? So if the next door has something like 10,000 or 1/3 of an acre, then try to do something similar, even though I can potentially try to get more density, more units, and yield more lots. Okay. So another question here: what's the zoning of the adjacent lots? I already responded that one. So this one has 3 per acre. Or roughly the number of dwellings lot yield. So we can do 16 in this whole thing plus the two existing. And by the way, guys, I forgot to say, this comes with this land right here. If you see, this is same owner and same owner as this one. So, and it has the road is named after the owner. Which, by the way, when you develop land, this is something that people don't know. But when you develop land, check this out. You can name the roads. Imagine naming roads after your kids. We have done something like that. That was before I met my kid, but we have that road that you can see here in the back. It has my wife's name on paper. And then when they went to build it, the builder actually decided that it was hard to pronounce, and he changed it. But you can definitely name roads after whoever you want. Your mom, your spouse, your kids. Tell me if that's not something cute. Imagine just putting roads like this one, and you decide on naming it after your kids. Okay, so we can do 16 plus the two houses. So we can do a total of 18 houses, being very conservative. This is not even being optimistic. This is being conservative. What are the finished land comparables? Okay, that's the one thing that we need to do. So let's go to Zillow. And let's just analyze. Let me buy in this area. I want to see for, let's just check for sold right now in this location. So I just wanted to get to the location, and then, okay, as a matter of fact, this one, I already found the first one because I'm going to do the similar product as these. This one sold for 53,000. This is a perfect comparable. I just don't know how long ago it sold. Sold 2022, so it's not very recent, but it's the closest here. Oh, we got some more over here. If no, I might have to use that 54, but a higher because that was back in 2022. Right now, lots are more expensive than that. So it sold in the last 6 months. Okay, we might be able to see a few here. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that one just for time's sake. When I got this deal, basically the person that works with me and was analyzing the deal over the desktop analysis. This is my first time analyzing it, but he was kind of checking. Um, he mentioned that we can potentially sell each parcel at about $60,000, which I think is potentially even on the low end because these are big parcels, big parcels. So 6 months. If I was to go to 1 year, we might be able to get it. I just want to see land. Yeah, apply. And let me remove the boundary. Let me do a new boundary here. Okay, we got 35,000, 35. Okay, perfect. 45 sold in the last year. 45, 47, 56, 35, 12. I don't imagine this is, let me see if I can check these out. Okay, 45. Okay, so I see 56, 35, 35 of an acre, 9,000. This is smaller. But you're right next to new subdivisions. That's the thing, that these right here, I'll imagine whatever they sold for, and I can check how much they sold for, but yeah, I can definitely go with, I see a lot of 40s. This is back in 2022. So I'm going to be very conservative. I don't like to extend the numbers and just go crazy with numbers like, oh yeah, we can sell it for 80,000, and then we realize that we can only sell it for 60,000. That's a problem. So I'm going to go conservative. Where's the number over here? That was 55, I think it was. I'll just go with 50, just very conservative. So 50K finished lots. What are the homes in the area selling for? So I see a lot of, let me see, houses. As a matter of fact, I want to see what's selling right now. Okay, this one sold for 539. And the reason why this is important, guys, it is very, very important to know what's selling in the area, because builders usually they work a percentage of the finished house for the land. So, for instance, they say, okay, the house is going to be 600,000. That means that about 20% of the house worth is land. So if you have a house like this one that's sold for 539, say 540, five that's 140, that's 20. No, I'm sorry, that's 44, that's 8. So you have, right at that point, you have about, let's say, $100,000, 110,000. $110,000 is what the builder was willing to pay for the just the land. Okay, that's at a 20% margin. So that's the reason why I'm saying going with a $50,000 is being very ultra conservative, because we see this percentage might actually throw the number closer to 100,000. So with that new information, I'm gonna put in here 540 and annexation required, potentially. What's the good use of the property? Definitely residential development. What's the topography like? Is fairly flat. And how do I know this? You can go to Google Earth. Oh, I already have it here. And you can see these right here. You see how it says 94 right here in the bottom? Okay, so if you put your mouse on top of any part of the map, right there you see 69. And then if I go all the way over here, you see it will say, oh shoot, 126. So it's not fairly flat. It has some elevation. This point is higher. This is sea level, right? From sea level. So this one is 126. The road might be a little higher, 127. And it goes all the way down to 127, so to 69. 127 minus 69, 58 feet in a distance of, I'm gonna tell you how you do these numbers right here, in a distance of 1,440. So 1,440 divided by 58. So we have about a drop of 24. Every 24 feet, 1 feet drops. So every time you go 24 feet over here, so basically, let me just, okay. Every time you go 24 feet, you have 1 feet of drop. Why is that important? Imagine I have to bring sewer. If I have to bring sewer, the sewer is going to be here on the road, right? Because the properties that I'm building here are going to be going to the sewer. If that was to be the case, which I'm not planning on doing that. That's another reason why I want to do bigger lots. So if I was to go to the sewer is not like water. Water can go up or down. It doesn't matter, right? Because it works with pressure. But sewer doesn't work with pressure. Sewer works kind of like with elevations. So you have to have some flow. And if you don't have the flow, the elevations to drop the sewer, then you have to have a lift station. Lift station in Florida can be easily $600,000, $500,000 to $600,000. So at that point, it throws the deal off most of the time, unless it's at a lot of houses. And honestly, national builders, they're usually not interested in buying products like these that are not with sewer and water connection. But I'm not planning on selling these to a national builder. This deal, this one in particular, I am actually planning on building it myself. So I will be building 16 houses with another company that I have that's called AI Homes. I'm planning on actually taking these all the way down to the building, because I can build 16 houses. I'm already buying a property with 2 houses in a beautiful city that's growing, that is needing this product, and I have a construction company that's building houses. Why not? I can definitely assign it. If someone comes right now and tells me, hey, sell me that deal once it is entitled for $1 million, then I will be netting $250,000 just for doing some paperwork. You can do the same. Anybody can do it. You just have to have the tools. That's what I mentor people on. If you wanna learn these things right here, guys, it's not even that complicated. You just have to have the tools. You have to have the knowledge, and yes, you have to know what to do in certain occasions, in certain situations where you're like, okay, like the guy that texted me on Instagram and said, hey, I am in Austin, Texas. Can I do this in Texas? Of course you can, bro. Texas is one of the best markets for doing this. But anyways, so you have the elevations, you have to consider the flow, like I said, the gravity flow, because sewer doesn't work like water. Sewer goes with elevation. So if you have to have a lift station in here, you're just throwing the project off, because now you have $500,000 of just sewer, just to connect the sewer and have a lift station. And if you don't know what is a lift station, go to, if you're in YouTube, drop it in the comments. I'll respond here. But it's basically, it helps you pump the sewer, and I can get more in details, but I was wanting to analyze the deal pretty quick. So anyway, so far, if I wasn't responding to questions and stuff, I will be already at this point. I already have the answer to whether or not this deal makes sense. And in a few minutes. And right now I can tell you it makes a whole ton of sense. So last few questions, roughly how many linear feet of road needs to be built? So same thing, guys. If I was to build to where right here. So if I was to build a road right in the middle, I have to go from the main road and I have to build it all the way to right here. Why is this important? 1,070 feet. Why is it important? Because when you build a subdivision, you build the roads. It's not the city. Some people usually get confused, like, yo, I have to build the city builds the roads. No, it's you, bro. It's the developer that builds the roads, but that cost goes to the property owner, goes to the homeowner. The one that's buying your houses is going to be paying for the freaking road, not you. You have to upfront the cost, but it's going to be down the road. Let me answer some questions here so I don't get too behind myself. So while there is a deal in Ballard, Texas, send it to me. Send me a DM. I'm analyzing, my team is analyzing more than 20 deals a day, 10 to 20 deals a day. What's some doing for the first time? How do you know the city will allow the annexation? Great question. And what if they don't end up allowing to rezone? It's a risk. Yes, it's a risk if you don't really know what to analyze for, Elizabeth. But here's the thing. When you, let's say in this case, I'm right next to the city. I'm in some feasibilities right now, meaning like I'm analyzing the deal, right? I have X amount of days, months, weeks that I have this deal under contract, analyzing it. The first thing I do when the numbers make sense, I build a pro forma, which I can send you guys some pro formas if you send me a DM, and I'll follow up with you, because I'm only giving that to my students. So of course you have to be part of my inner circle, but I can send you pro forma. What's a pro forma? Is basically the numbers. Do the numbers make sense or not? If the numbers don't make sense, then you need to disregard the deal. But then if the numbers make sense, the next thing that I do is I visit with the city, and I go, in this case, with the county and the city, because I'm right next to the city. So I want to know what the county will allow me for. Hey, county, will you allow me for the same thing that's next door, that's in city limits, if I do septic size lots? If the county said yes, if they say yes, I don't need to rezone. There's no need for me to rezone. But if I go to the city and the city tells me yes, and not only I'm going to allow you to do it, but I'm going to allow you more units, or I'm going to allow you to connect to this, and that, and I see more benefits on that, then I definitely proceed to an annexation. And how do I know? Because I go and talk to them. And then after I visit with them, this is a pro tip. This is a pro tip from someone that has been almost a decade in this business. When you go to the city or the county, follow up with an email. Don't just go talk to them and then you leave and then you go and start making your numbers and offers and everything based on that. No, you go to the city or county, you visit with them, you take notes, you go back home and you send them an email. On the email, you're going to say, hey, Mr. whatever the city planner was, the name, I just want to confirm that I understood right what you said. And what I understood was ta, 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 ta. And that's going to help you guys because it's going to be in writing. They're going to respond with a yes or no. Yes, but this that you said it is not how I said it, is actually you can connect to water, sewer this way, right? Or they can say, yes, absolutely. That's exactly what I said. Good luck with your project. At that point, you have something in writing. They were to come and say in a few months down the road, no, you cannot build this. You're going to come back and say, how come if I have these in writing? So it's going to help you big time. At least it's going to protect your back big time. Because especially when they have turnovers and now the same person that was the city planner or city manager or anybody at the city or county is not working there no more, but he's a new guy. And the new guy goes based on the book. It doesn't go based on logic. Then at that point you say, hey, Mr. New Guy, I understand what you're saying. However, I got this reading allowance that this that I'm doing is basically right. So that's a pro tip, guys. This right here, just this alone is gonna save you probably making a mistake. Okay, holy smokes, I got a lot of questions right now, and I want to finish this, but let me go through the questions real quick. So, are you building the house? Yes, on this one, I have well, I have multiple companies, but one of them builds houses, so I'm probably taking all the way to the building of the houses. ¿El dinero para la inversión lo pones tú o lo buscas inversiones? Honestamente, ambas, bro. Yo en ocasiones construyo con mi propio dinero y en ocasiones levanto capital. Así que cualquiera de las dos. By the way, if you have questions in Spanish, if you speak Spanish, we can make this pretty quick on both languages. Are you reselling the land once you rezone it? That's another strategy, Elizabeth. So you can rezone the parcel. So now it has more allowance for more units, and now you entitle it on paper, and meaning that on paper you have already 16 plus the two houses, 18 total parcels that you can build. And at that point, you take it to a builder. The builder sees 18 lots and says, I like it. I'm going to pay you maybe not 50, like the number that we analyzed, but maybe it's, let's say it's 30,000 an acre. I mean, a parcel. 30,000 times, we said 16, that's 480,000. Okay. Minus, and that was very conservative, but anyways, minus, I'm buying it for 750. So that means that I bought two houses lakefront for only 270,000, which just one house is probably that much. So the other house will be basically free and clear and will be free to me. And that's just selling once I get these entitled. That's not even taking it. This is not my end profit. This is not how much I'm making on this deal. This is only if I was to assign it right now. If I was to entitle it and assign the project. So for the people connecting on Instagram, I see a lot of people connecting and disconnecting. Just go to YouTube. That's where you can see the whole thing here. Okay, so more questions. Are you selling to developers? Basically, are you selling the land once you rezone it? I get my clients around 50 to 150K in business credit. Majority of them don't know what to do with their money. I would like to show them this. I need referrals fee, and also would like to learn this as well. Savian. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Savian, send me a DM, because we're usually, for stuff like this, we're raising capital, but we're also investing our own money. So regardless, I think it will be good to connect. So if you can send me a DM through Instagram, it's probably gonna be, on the what's it called, on the request folder or request side, and I will approve it, and then I'll talk to you. How can we start? Ivan, send me a DM on Instagram. Pretty simple. Send me a DM, and I will teach you everything that I know. I have two different types of ways that I can help people. One is through a mastermind, which, by the way, we have the mastermind tomorrow. It's fully sold out within the first week, or within, I think, a couple of weeks. But it's already sold out, so I wouldn't be able to allow you for that one. But we have more masterminds about real estate, land developments, and multifamily, which is my other expertise. And then that's the one package. The other one, or the one way, the other one is you come to the office full day. Basically, my time, my whole day focus is you. I walk you through the whole thing on your deals. I want to see deals that you potentially have or don't have, and how you can analyze, how you can find deals, how you can get deals, how you can raise capital, and how you can analyze deals based on these qualification lists that we have put together. 24 questions. If I wasn't answering questions, I would have gone through these in 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I can know if a deal makes sense or not, and even in less. But to know how much to offer, how much money we're getting, and all that stuff in pretty simple 10 minutes. What other questions? I love Orlando. Man, I love it too. In your mentorship, do you help understanding how to figure out all the things on your checklist? Of course, brother. Yes. We go through every single thing because we want to answer every single question. So it's not only about just putting in here, how many acres? Oh, 10 acres. No, it's about knowing what to do with 10 acres. Is it 10 total acres or 10 buildable acres? It's not the same thing. Does it have wetlands? And if so, what wetlands, and how can you mitigate it? Where can you put the wetlands? What are wetlands? All of that stuff. And like I said, it's 24 questions. So it's very, very detailed. And I walk every person. I have actually some testimonials on my Instagram. I think I post them as stories, so I have to post them as reels and pin them and all that stuff. But but I have testimonials of people that have come to the office and they're just mind blown with all the information that we provide to them. Okay. So in your mentorship, okay, that's it. Sorry for the many questions. No worries. This is what we're doing this for. We're figuring out if we should get started with these type of investments or no. Yes, Elizabeth, here's the thing about land and all of you guys watching the video. So land is beautiful, very profitable. You get to make millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or multiple six figures at least, but it takes time. So I always tell my students, like, don't go with the misconception of I'm gonna get rich in 30 days. This is not how it works. This deal that you're seeing in front of me is probably gonna take easily, depending on at what stage I sell it. But if I was to sell it at the fastest stage, which is kind of like getting it under contract, closing, doing a quick entitlement, and then selling, it's probably gonna take realistically about 6 to 8 months. But it can, like I said, it can give me this amount that I have in here. It can give me multiple six figures. I don't know where you can see it there, right? In 6 to 8 months. It takes time, and it can be a little bit more as well, depending on the city, the county, depending on a few other things. But in average, it should be about 6 to 8 months. However, if I take it all the way down the road to building the houses, we're talking about easily 2 years of a deal, 2 to 3 years. But at that point, we're talking about millions, right? So this is not flipping houses. This is not wholesaling houses. This is not like I get a deal and I assign it tomorrow and I make 5,000. But at the same time, because it is not wholesaling houses or flipping houses, you're not making money like you are in houses, like $5,000 for an assignment fee or 20,000 or 10,000, whatever that might be. You're making multiple six figures, and just like this is not houses, you're not flipping houses for $30,000 or $40,000 profits. You're flipping house. At that point, you're taking it all the way down the road for millions of dollars. So yeah, definitely not a get rich quick, but get rich for sure. So if you want to do it on the side and you want to start learning and start analyzing land, it's a no-brainer. Shouldn't be that complicated. Smart. Thank you, bro. Hablo los dos, pero para cosas técnicas prefiero escribir en español para que no se entienda mal. Dale, Iván. That's perfect, man. Wow, amazing, brother. But I'm from Argentina. I'm gonna travel to USA in 2 months. Hey, Ivan, when you come, bro, you're from Argentina. You speak really good English, man. As a matter of fact, you know what, Ivan? Send me a DM, and if you speak both languages, I don't know what you do for a living, bro. But send me a DM and you tell me, hey, I was on the live. The reason why is because we're actually looking for people right now from out of the United States. So what do you recommend starting with first? We have some rentals, but the cash flow isn't enough. So we're thinking of changing investment strategy or investments. Yes. So this is what I did, and I'm so glad that I did it, Elizabeth. We were flipping houses. At one point, we had I think it was like 6 or 7 deals that we're doing at the same time. Imagine flipping 7 houses all at once in the same city, right? It was very profitable. Like we're making good money. But then as I was doing that, I noticed that flipping houses wasn't too scalable. Yes, you can do more houses, but the more houses you do, the more headaches, and then the more equity you start giving away, because you have to at that point have a superintendent, you have to have a project manager, and these guys, you can pay them all the money you can pay them, but they're not going to take decisions like you do. So you have to start giving equity and all that stuff. So at one point I said, okay, this is a market or a type of business that's going to be capped at one point. I cannot do, imagine, I cannot do 50 flips all at once. I can do 50 flips in the year, let's say, and it needs the heck of a team. But I cannot do 50 flips all at once. But what I can do is 50 new constructions or 50 total lots in one shot, right? By developing the land itself. In here, in front of your screen, you're seeing already, well, this is one that has 76 just to start, right? 76 homes. Right here, you see all one parcel, but it's going to have all of these size homes in here. Okay. So at that point, I was wanting something to be more like scalable, something that I was able to do more, basically more volumes, more money with just one project, with just one thing, right? Just one headache, one seller, one future buyer, one engineer, one city, and millions of dollars instead of multiple sellers or wholesalers, right? Multiple future buyers, multiple realtors to negotiate with and buyers and all that stuff, multiple headaches, multiple city visits, because most of the time, technically, you have to pull permits when you do a flip. Long story short, I was like, I'm over flipping houses. Like, it's not even, it wasn't, I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad investment, but it takes the longest. And same with rental properties. Who wants to rent a property and have all the tenants complain? Yo, Albert, what's up, brother? So with all of that, you don't want to have all the headaches, right? So just going to the point, I was like, I need to find something that makes me more money and stuff like that. So I started kind of like reducing the amount of houses I was flipping and doing more land deals. So I didn't just go like, oh, I'm gonna shut my flipping business and fully dedicate to land development. Now we're fully developing, right? We're fully entitling land. But I started kind of like reducing the amount of houses I was flipping. So I started now doing 5, then doing 4, then I was doing about 3 to 2 at the same time, to eventually just doing 1 every now and then. And now I'm fully entitling in, because we have the reserves and the funds to wait 2 years to make $1 million, right? So it's important to understand that dynamic. How are you gonna go from what you're doing right now that's giving you the money to live while you're waiting for one big deal like this to happen? That is the main thing. And I hope that I make sense, because sometimes I don't really make a lot of sense, but I understand in my head. Thanks for all the tips and info. Yes, Elizabeth, shoot me a DM. Like I said, I want to help you all. I want to send this to you guys as well. This is a qualification checklist. I have it here so you know kind of how it looks like, but it's not the same thing to show it than to send it to you. Let me see, where is it? It's right here, guys. This is how the qualification looks like. So what happens here? Wait, give me one second. So this is how it looks. All the questions. It's a total of 25 questions. And then I have a lot of additional notes right here with links and everything. Very, very, very helpful. I also have an offer calculator, how you can make deals. I have a flood and zone risk, so you know where to buy, where not to buy. And then, of course, as well, a utility map. So I provide these just to my students, so you will have to be on our community. I also have some free stuff, though, that if you want to get a lot of information, not just on my live videos on usually those are on Fridays, but I did this one on Thursday because tomorrow's the mastermind, so I wouldn't be able to analyze deals tomorrow for you guys. But if you want to get the free stuff, join my school community, which is also my Instagram on my main bio, school community on the bio. That one is for free. But if you want to really go deep and analyze everything and commit yourself to like, okay, I'm going to get everything about land because this is a very profitable thing, then I highly recommend that you join us as well on our masterminds and our mentorships. So guys, I already finished this whole thing. The deal makes a lot of sense. I already checked on multiple things. We will be basically making this deal work. We already have it under contract, as I said. The crazy part is what I told you. The property has been on the market for the longest. And the funny thing is that nobody saw what we were able to see. So you can do the same thing. Like I told you, it's pending because we put it pending. And yeah, now it's just time to get it entitled, get it finished. And by the way, I forgot to even say the properties, the 2 houses, they're so beautiful inside. I would probably just renovate the kitchen, but it's livable. So you can put tenants, you can cash flow while you're also getting the entitlements. You even have a jacuzzi, the other one has a pool. It's a no-brainer. So okay, guys, that's it. I was gonna do this for just 1 hour. I was gonna analyze these myself and then just respond to some questions. Oh, there's another question here. Información de mucho valor. Gracias, brother. Gracias, Leisber. Oh, what's up, brother? Hemos estado en el mastermind de Leo y hablamos por Instagram unas veces. Admiración total, hermano. Iván, ok, creo que me recuerdo, brother. Claro, es que por aquí no tienes la foto y eso, pero listo, hermano. Entonces, thank you guys. We'll stay in touch. like I told you, if you were with me on the whole deal, you kind of saw the whole thing. I still had like 3 last questions here that I didn't fill just because of the time. I have to be pretty much home right now. I have to finish some stuff before tomorrow's mastermind. But so far, the deal, every single thing pencil out. Like this deal is easily going to be about 270,000 on a quick assignment, on a quick flip, or easily about 7 figures, $1 million, to take it all the way down the road and get the roads, and then more money when you build the houses. When you get to build the houses, that's different side of money. You make the money when you build. You should be making at least $50,000 per home you build. That's it. So you're making the money on the land, entitling it and approving it, building horizontally, and then you make money building the houses. Iván, lo sé, te escribo para ver cómo podemos avanzar. Let's go, bro. Avanza. Hey, guys, speaking about Avanza, now that Ivan brought it to mention, so tomorrow is the mastermind. It's at Avanza Mastermind at one of my states. It's one of my properties, 3 acres, beautiful property here in Florida. It's sold out, so you guys, I don't have nothing to sell you. But we're gonna have another mastermind before Avanza next year, which we're gonna disclose the date. We're gonna do a big announcement on the dates in the next 2 weeks, and also we're gonna start announcing the speakers. And we already have a speaker that confirmed that you guys are gonna be mind blown. It's gonna be an amazing speaker at Avanza. So if you were not thinking about coming, or if you couldn't make it to this year, if you couldn't come to these Avanza, this 2024, you definitely don't want to miss on next year's Avanza. And for the people that don't know, Avanza is a conference, guys. A conference for the people, the business owners, the real estate entrepreneurs, the people that want to go to the next level, people don't know where to start, or people who are already making big moves, but they want to, advance to something bigger. We're going to have a room with 700 to 800 people networking on the same room, and we're going to bring speakers that are going to bring all of that motivation, insight, and knowledge, as well as all the energy that they bring, because this is amazing people that we're planning on having on the next Avanza. Like I said, we're gonna do a big announcement on the date, so you guys can attend next year. But definitely try to make it to Orlando, Florida next year, and it's going to be around May. I'm just gonna say that, but yes, make sure that you come to next year's Avanza. It's gonna be amazing. That's what you're seeing here in the back, that you're seeing right there. Let me see if I can stop sharing my screen. This that you're seeing in the back, that was Leo Horacio. Leo is a multi-millionaire business owner. He has e-commerce businesses and some other businesses as well. He spoke at Avanza, and it was insane the impact that he brought to these people. Like, this is a guy that owns a Bugatti. So just to start, Hispanic, Bugatti owner, less than 30 years old, crazy amount of success, very knowledgeable. And that was just one of the 11 speakers that we had. This that you're seeing is the DJ that we had last year. We're also going to have a nice show, DJ and music on the whole conference. It's going to be very, very uplifting. It's going to help you. It's going to take you, like I said, to a room of like-minded individuals. This right here behind me is Dr. Ray, amazing guy, partner of mine. He's a partner with me on a business about wellness. And then we had more people as well. So, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you follow my stuff. If you're already in YouTube, might as well just subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And I hope that I can continue bringing you guys value like I have done it all this time. Thank you, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.